も準備万端だ。
はい、みんなを守る。
僕が計算した弾道から逃げられる者などいません。それは隠れている。諦めた方が賢明。
純粋な本能を救い出な
は最悪
はすがる。もう
ごめん。あなたたちの結末はただ一つです。
最悪はすがる。私と共に刻印開始。
ごめん。
希望が完全から生まれ変わります。サクスケットーじゃあ誰が踊った方がいいのかな。
諦めた方が賢明です。あなたたちの結末はただ一つです。
最悪はすがる。私と共に
ごめん。
どうか安らかに苦痛という牢獄は解かれたのです。
このコンチェルトのソリストをさせていただき
交換しないのか。コースのエンジに当たったら
私の自身滅びる。私の指示に従い滅びる。生まれかこれに全てが終了。
どんなハーモニーがお好きですか。
何が満杯ついてお前ら全て粉々にしてやるぜ。いいかい、勝利は俺たちのものだ。約束を解決。
今はその時間です。この余韻は戦場で苦しむ魂の癒しになりますように。
ら全て粉々にしてやるぜ。
ファンタジアが始まります。私の指示に従い滅びる。これで全てが終了する。
闇が爆発する。これは光にダークリーガー。勝利は俺たちのものだ。
準備完了。ファンタジアが始まります。カデンサ、ご清聴ありがとうございます。私の指示に従い滅びる。
リーガー。勝利は俺たちのものだ。
滅びる。与える。そうここに降臨する。これが昇格ネットワークの力よ。分かった。
このくらいの傷大したことじゃない。リーガー、召喚しないのか。お前ら全て粉々にしてやるぜ。
メヌエットの時間です。ファンタジアが始まる全開部です。
全部出題。
私の指示に従い滅びる。滅びる。与える。そうだ。ここに降臨する。
ジャンケンを開幕。
メヌエットの時間です。ファンタジアが始まります。私の指示に従い滅びる。カデンサ、ご清聴ありがとうございます。これで全てが終了する。どんなハーモニーが好きですか。
闇が爆発について光になる。交換しないのか。大きなやつに当たったら交換したいぞ。交換しないのか。大きなやつに当たったら相当痛いぞ。
ファンタジアが始まります。
全部出題でいいか。
私の指示に従い滅びる。そうだ。ここに降臨する。これが昇格ネットワークの力よ。分かった。
What's up, man? Hello.
복수의 시작. 조용. 숨어도 소용없어. 끝까지 따라간다. 살려주지 않아. 복수의 시작. 숨어도 소용없어. 끝까지 따라간다. 선고하라. 심판의 사슬이여. 살려두지 않아. 숨어도 소용없어. 끝까지 따라간다. 복수의 시작. 숨어도 소용없어. 끝까지 따라간다. 살려두지 않아. 숨어도 소용없어. 끝까지 따라간다.
How you doing, Alvi? You're still here. Just making sure stuff works right now, as I updated my drivers, and I think a lot of the shaders aren't compiled, so it's freaking out a little bit.
Which battle do you
My
wish
good
to
old
reflect on?
shader compilation is the worst thing about updating drivers. Gotta compile all the shaders again, because they get nuked. Pretty annoying. It is what it is, though. I might need to update my Yuzu. I haven't updated it in, like, eons, so maybe that's part of it.
Let's earn our keep.
Might be a bad driver, too. Might need to
Stay on your toes.
wipe it.
This isn't over yet.
Let's see here.
You got my back? I'll do it. Be your strength.
Oh, man. Stutter.
This place won't be a problem anymore.
This is all my fault.
A taste more bitter than blackest coffee.
We're being overwhelmed. Find your courage and fight.
Stand down. Take a breather. In the crease.
Too easy.
Well, that doesn't really look interesting to me. Looks like, something for the fans, which I'm not. I'm not into Fate at all, so I don't know if I'd even ask for a key for that one. Seems like a super fan kind of game, like, not that special gameplay-wise, but like, if you're really into it, you'll probably get a lot of enjoyment out of it. But for just a generic action game, it doesn't really look that interesting to me. I could be wrong, but
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
kind of like the Kamen Rider games, you know, if you're a fan. Past couple Kamen Rider games have been, like, legit good. I'd say the worst ones were the Arena Fighters. It's like, yeah, you know, you're not a Kamen Rider fan, you aren't really worth buying. It's heavily carried by whether you like the source material or not. I'd say stuff like Memory of Heroes, you know, that's like... You don't have to be in a Kamen Rider to enjoy that game. It definitely helps, for sure. There's a lot of fan service and stuff in the game, but it's a pretty good action game in its own right. Fate game kind of looks like whatever to me. I don't know if I'd cough up $60 or ask for a key for that. I probably wouldn't like it.
Too easy.
You are truly a force for reckoning.
The Kamen Rider game, a lot of the Kamen Rider games are like that. The shitty ones, like Climax Fighters. Like, if you don't like Kamen Rider, don't buy that game. Because it has no value outside of being, you know, being for fans. It's not a good game. It doesn't stand on its own 2 feet. Like, Memory of Heroes and the Shin Kamen Rider game are like, they're pretty solid games for what they are. I mean, yeah, if you're a Kamen Rider fan, you know, if you watch the movie, it's based on, or you've watched the Kamen Rider shows, they're, you know, it's nice to have that little relationship with it, but at the same time, they're good games on their own right. A lot of those anime games are the opposite, though. They're like, you really gotta be a fan of that stuff. The One Punch Man game, for instance, perfect example. That game was made for One Punch Man fans and no one else. It's just another generic arena fighter. It doesn't really have anything interesting about it at all, other than the fact that it's based on a big, you know, manga and anime franchise. Yeah, the actual game itself, I never heard anybody talk about it. On the other hand, the My Hero One's Justice games are like, those are like the best arena fighters on the market right now. they're fully enjoyable without liking the source material.
Do you want me to lay an ambush?
Kind of like the One Piece Musou games, you know. If you're into One Piece, it's cool to like actually play through all the stuff in the story, but they're like legit good at Musou games. They're some of the best. At least the third one is like a top tier Musou game. You don't have to be a One Piece fan. It enhances it for sure. I don't think anybody can say otherwise. You kind of play through like a condensed version of the story, but instead of watching or reading, you're like actually playing it, which is pretty cool. I don't know, those anime IP games are very polarizing. You either get people that like, they just want to see their favorite characters in 3D, and that's it. Or you get people like me that's like, yeah, you know, I don't care about this source material at all, but it's a pretty decent game, so I'll still play it. Any new beat-em-up games I've been playing? Right now it's kind of barren, dude. There's Double Dragon coming out. That's gonna be the next big one for me. I'm like really looking forward to that game, but I don't know when it'll be out. Actually, it's about a month away, a little less than a month away. I applied for a key, so hopefully I get one. It doesn't seem like too many like normie content creators are going for that one, so I got a pretty high chance I might get that one early and be under an embargo. Yeah, beat 'em ups have been kind of dead lately. Last big thing that happened with beat 'em ups was Dawn of the Monsters got DLC announced. Mayhem Brawler got its final new character and a new mode, and that's like all that's been going on with beat 'em ups. River City Girls 2 got the frame rate patch fucking finally after like 7 months. That game is just a disaster, man. They made a good game. They made a good sequel to the original game, which I thought was really solid. Especially for like a Western developed Kunio game. Like the Western developed River City Girls games are better than the Japanese ones that they put out, like the Three Kingdoms one that was last year. That game was okay, but the River City Girls games are like on another level. But they completely botched that release. It shouldn't take 6 months to fix the frame rate. I'm sorry. That is just unacceptable. They released a beta of a game that wasn't meant for like public consumption. They released it on fucking physical copies, and it ran at 30 FPS even on PS5. They got review bombed, and for good reason. It's just sad. It was a good game. I thoroughly enjoyed playing it. I'll probably go back now that they've added more stuff. but it's like, come on, man. It shouldn't take 6 months to fix the frame rate. Like, it shouldn't take like half a year to fix that. The other mistake they made was putting in crossplay right away. That made the situation worse because a lot of people don't talk about this with modern video games, but if you put crossplay for like PC and a bunch of consoles, so like PS4, PS5, especially a game like River City Girls 2, which can run on anything, what happens is the patch needs to be submitted and get through certification on every platform simultaneously. So that makes things even harder. I honestly think that if they went back, they were able to go back and release that game again, what they would do is not have crossplay, because they could have fixed the game a lot sooner. But that just made it take even longer. A lot of people don't know that about crossplay. Crossplay for indie games especially is kind of it's a curse. It's a curse in disguise, not a blessing in disguise. Especially for something like River City Girls 2, which is on everything. It doesn't matter what platform you have, you can play that game. It's a very accessible game. But it means that they have to patch it on everything at the same time, which is really hard. It means they have to go through Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft certification simultaneously, whereas if they just released on PC first... Actually, the PC version of River City Girls 2 was fixed like a day and a half after release. It was fixed. They fixed it about as fast as humanly possible. It really sucked to play it, if you bought it like right away, but they did fix it within like, 2 business days, which is not bad. It shouldn't have released in that state in the first place, but they did act pretty fast. However, it took 6 months for everyone else to get it, so the crossplay basically didn't work. Oh, Pocky and Rocky? Yeah, I have that, but I'm not very good at it. You talking about Pocky and Rocky Reshrined? Yeah, I have that game. I have that game, but I'm not very good at it. That's kind of a private game I play. I gotta go back and finish that. But yeah, that game came out in December, and it literally just got fixed. It got fixed like 2 weeks ago, which is just stupid. It shouldn't take that long. What game? Raccoon on the cover. I don't know what that is. What is that? You gotta be more specific. I have no idea what you're talking about. Have I played it before? 'Cause I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. It's not ringing a bell here. You got to be more specific. Well, you can explain that while I figure out what I'm going to play next. What game? Jitsu Squad, yeah. That's supposed to be getting a new character. A new character in a Bloody Palace mode, but, I don't know. They don't even talk in their Discord anymore. Their communication's been pretty bad. I don't think the game did as well as they wanted it to. The Switch version was a pretty hot mess at launch, for one. Frame rate would drop a lot, and the game has like parries and just frames and stuff, so you want it to be stable. Actually, I want to see, does the PC version of that have the EX moves? Does it have the EX moves? Because kind of legit sucks to play the game on PC until they fix that. Let's try it right now. I got the game installed. I want to see if they have the EX moves, or is that's still console exclusive? I don't know if they ever even put them on PC. The console version has more mechanics right now. Let's see, does this version have the EX moves or not? I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. No, it does not. Alright, well, I can show the EX moves. Hold on. I think I got the game dumped. Yeah, the PC version is like months behind, so I don't know why they haven't fixed that. Let me see where I got it in here. Pretty sure I dumped it. Where is it? Where's my rip of it? Got it in here somewhere. I swear I have it in here. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Yeah, their communication has honestly been terrible. They haven't, because the other thing about the character in the Bloody Palace and stuff is that it's an obligation for them to do it because it was funded on the Kickstarter. But apparently, like, I guess their partners or whatever that they're working with have been kind of dropping the ball. They haven't been communicating with. I didn't back the Kickstarter. I didn't have money to at the time. I'm in the credits because I beta tested it, but I didn't back the Kickstarter. Let's see, where's my copy of Jitsu Squad? I could have sworn I had it. Where the hell is it? I'm drawing a blank here. I could have sworn I dumped it. I could have sworn I dumped it. I'm looking for it right now. Hold on. Okay, what the hell's going on here? I'm pretty sure I dumped this game. I'm like positive I dumped it, but I can't find it. I can't find it in my collection of ROMs. It's not here. All my ROMs are dumped from my personal console. I don't pirate any Switch games. Especially because the shit I play is going to be impossible to find on those sites anyway. Like, no one's going to care about dumping freaking Kamen Rider. Like, no one's gonna dump that game. I had to buy it and do it myself, but I legit can't find it right now. I'm confused. I guess I could go rip a copy off my Switch right now. Actually, I know what I can do. I've got it on, let me see. Where the hell is this file? I know I ripped my copy of it. The hell, man? I've got the update here. I don't have the actual game. Alright, well that's easy to fix. I have it on my phone. I ripped a copy from my phone, because the phone actually ran the game better than the console at launch. That was a thing that happened. The phone could run the game without lag, but the Switch couldn't. Alright, so I'm gonna get it off my phone really quick. Instead of dumping another copies. I don't feel like doing that right now. There's my illegally sourced copy. Go in my Switch folder. feel like even if I did pirate Switch games, it would just be harder than just dumping it myself. Oh man, is it not on here? Seriously, it's not on my phone either. I could have sworn I had it on here. Fuck. Hold on a minute, I might have found it. Alright, I'm gonna put some music on and dump a game right now. this is pissing me off. I don't know what the hell happened to the copy I ripped. It just like fell in the lost sock dimension or something. Give me like give me a few minutes here. I think I have the game installed still, so I just had to go into I gotta go into custom firmware mode. Let me see here. Let me make sure I got it installed. Let me make sure there's no updates for it too, because there might be an update. I wouldn't be surprised if console gets it first at this point. No, they don't have any updates. Alright. Yeah, I think they haven't even delivered a lot of the Kickstarter rewards for it. It sucks because they delivered a good game. I think it has its problems. A lot of the mechanics aren't explained and stuff. There's a lot of hidden depth to it. The game does a pretty crap job of teaching how to play, but it's a solid game. But their communication is honestly terrible, so... The Switch version was in a really rough start, rough launch. There were like entire levels that would tank the frame rate, even in like the first couple minutes of playing. It's pretty bad. Alright, so I'm gonna dump my copy now. Let me close Ryujinx. We're gonna do this again, huh? We're not gonna go into recovery mode. Basically, what I'm doing is I have a recovery mode jig that goes in the right Joy-Con slot, but sometimes it craps out. It doesn't work. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. But you got to do that to dump your games. You can't do it in official firmware. Okay, we're just like not gonna go into recovery mode now, huh? Fuck. I'm gonna give this a few more tries. I don't know why this isn't working. Let me try again. Maybe the program's crapping out. Ah, come on, man! Fucking A. I hate when it does this. It won't inject the payload. I can't get into the recovery mode to dump the damn game. I could have sworn I had already. Let me try putting it in again. Maybe it's loose. There we go. Okay. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna go in the atmosphere. It's loading up now. Give me a few minutes. I'll put some music on. It's probably going to take like 10 minutes to dump. It's a relatively medium-sized game. It's not like as big as like Zelda, but still pretty big for a Switch game. Couple gigs. Yeah. The Joy-Con back in. Alright. What's wrong with Einin Games? The only thing I bought from them is Ninja Warriors. I bought the physical copy for that because, you know, it's a childhood game for me, so it was worth it. Oh, it's only 1 gig. I thought it was bigger than that. Alright, this won't take too long. Give it a few minutes. It's almost done already. Alright, the game is dumped. The game is dumped. So now I gotta go back into the Hecate toolbox. This is the effort you gotta go through to dump your games, folks. Keep it legal. Like when I bought the Kamen Rider game, it took me like a good 45 minutes to get it on the computer. And I'm like, man, I'm not pirating this shit. I want to support it. And also, no one's gonna put up a ROM of it anyway, so... Especially the DLC. I can't imagine anybody's actually dumped the DLC for that game and put it on the internet. I'm like, man, I want that shit right away. I don't want to rely on some where site. And the Kamen Rider games, the last couple Kamen Rider games have been, like, legit good. So I want to actually buy it and support them making more, because Kamen Rider games are pretty dire for a while. When they put Kamen Rider in Arena Fighter Hell, that was, like, the worst. And now they're, like, actually making cool stuff with it again. I liked the fighting games. The fighting games were solid. They were definitely Kusage, but they were solid. They weren't bad. Definitely one of those things where you needed to like the source material. I don't think they're really worth playing on their own, but they weren't bad. They were made by Aiding, so I mean, if you like broken stuff like DNF Duel or Marvel 3 or TBC. They're worth trying, even if you're not a Kamen Rider fan. But it's when they started doing the arena fighters, that was the real decline. They started spamming the arena fighters. The first one was really bad. Alright. Okay, we can play the game now. Like the Kamen Rider movie game is on PC, but there's like no dump of the DLC because it's already a super niche game, right? But then it's like region locked to Southeast Asia, so you got to imagine how small the chances of somebody putting that on the internet is. It's like slim to none. I'm sure there are a lot of preservationists that want to preserve it because it's something that's not really easily available. But I don't know how many people are willing to make an account for like Japan or like Singapore just to play that game and dump it. And buy the season pass, which is like, it's like $20. I think it's worth the money, but yeah. It's asking a lot. That's why I just gave up on the PC version. Like, I'm never going to have the DLC for that version unless somebody is a hero and dumps it, but I really doubt that that will happen. I should have grabbed my save for this, huh? Well, too late now. I'm not grabbing the save. It takes too long. I'm going to go back into custom firmware again and dump the save. It's going to take like another 10 minutes. Let's play the game now. Alright. So this version has a different mechanic that's not in the console version. The PC version. Alright. Yeah, they did the Climax Heroes games. Hold on. This game is really loud. The Climax Heroes games, they did those... When did they start those? I think it was Double. I'm pretty sure it was Double. And then they did like Decade and O's. I think they went up to Forze. And then they did Shin Climax Heroes, and that was the final one. That game is pretty fun. It's a guilty pleasure for sure. Alright, so I'll go ahead and show the new mechanic. But then they did the arena fighters, which aren't very good. Hey, it's not working here either. What the hell? What the hell, man? He's not doing the super. Did they disable it? Maybe they disabled it. It's not working. What the hell? I'm very confused right now. Maybe they, like, took them out. They legit take them out? That's a problem. Oh shit. Yeah, it's only doing that now. They worked at launch. Maybe they took them out. I'm very confused right now. I have a video of me doing this before, like, what the hell happened? Okay, there's a way I can fix this. Let's just try something here. I can uninstall the update and see if that fixes it. Maybe they did take it out, which could be pretty shady if they did. Hold on a minute. Let me uninstall the update. So the other nice thing about actually owning your Switch games and dumping them is, you can go back to 1.0 res. If you play on real hardware, the only way you can get back to 1.0 of a game is if you buy a physical copy. Like right now, Metroid Dread and Tears of the Kingdom, there's speedruns you can only do on 1.0. So, if you buy those games digital, you're going to have the latest version. You have to actually go buy a copy. So like if I wanted to do the Metroid Dread, the glitch speedrun, I could do that because I have a copy of the base game. I have a copy of 1.0 already dumped. So I'm pretty sure in a couple years, once the Switch is on its way out, they're probably going to start normalizing using emulators for speedruns. Pretty high chance. Like, yeah, eventually you're not going to be able to find copies of those for cheap. Like right now, the Tears of the Kingdom speedrun is done on 1.0. The hell, it's not loading. It's really laggy. Alright, we'll suffer through it. It's so laggy. Yeah, this was the launch version of this game, by the way. Oh, come on, load faster. Fix that. Okay. I think we're good now. Okay, did they remove it? Did they remove the EX moves? That's the question. I think they did. We'll find out. This game takes a long time to load. Come on! Yeah, the optimization was really bad on 1.0. What's the special button? It's all messed up. Controls are messed up too. Yeah, they took it out. They took the mechanic out. I just proved it right there. Why the hell did they take it out? There's your proof right there. What the hell? So the latest version of this game, they took out a mechanic that was console exclusive. It's very strange. Let me try on console right now. Maybe they didn't intend to have it in there, but it was in the game for months, so... Yeah, that's what's nice about dumping Switch games legally, is you can go back to 1.0 with, like, the touch of a button. So, for speedruns it's useful, or for, like, niche stuff like that, like a mechanic in the game just being removed for no reason. You can test it yourself. Like Tears of the Kingdom right now, all the people speedrunning that game had to go buy a physical copy. It's like, I guess the speedrun only works on it only works on 1.0. So, I mean, unless you like bought the game at launch and turned off your Switch's internet, you can't do it digitally anymore. You have to go buy it. Or if you're on emulator, you can just turn off the update. Metroid Dread, same thing. They patched out the invincibility glitch in that game, which could let you beat the game without collecting any of the suits. You can't do that anymore. The reasoning was a casual player was going to find it. I'm like, dude, a casual player's never going to find that. The casual player is just a speedrunner in disguise. They're not going to find that. Come on. What was the point of taking it out? The thing about Metroid Dread, though, is the 1.0 version of that game is really prone to crashing. So, for speedruns, it was pretty heartbreaking, because it would crash constantly. It's very unstable. I'm trying it on console right now. Yeah, it's taken out. It's really strange. Well, now they need to update the game even more. So that video I have up about the EX moves is clickbait now. It's retroactive clickbait because they took it out of the game. I don't think anybody's even mentioned it. I just proved it right there. Proved it with my own two hands. My own copy of the game that I dumped. I dumped the update and I installed the update, and it didn't work. When I uninstalled the update, it did work. So they did take it out. I wonder if I have the other update for it. Let me see if I do, actually. That would be the easiest way to fix it, but I don't think I have the other file right now. I'm pretty sure it's gone. Yeah, their communication has been really bad. Their communication's been terrible, to be honest with you. It's been pretty bad. They need to step it up. Why is the mechanic gone? Why is it gone? You literally just saw me do it. You saw me downgrade the version and it worked. And like this, it's with like legal copy of the game too. There's no mods or anything. Why is it gone? I can't seem to find the update file. Well, kind of don't want to play that game until they patch that back in. I was going to play it tonight because somebody asked, but not now. That plan's canceled. I'm looking on my phone right now to see if I have the older update. Well, I know the people who worked on it, so I'll have to ask them. That sucks, though. The EX moves are really cool. They gave you a lot more utility to play the game with, but I guess maybe they got in trouble with the publisher or something for having that. They outsourced the ports. Yes, but why does that... That doesn't explain why... They had a mechanic in there that was not on PC, and then in a patch they got rid of it. they legit downgraded the game. Like, what the hell's up with that? Like... I mean, you just saw me do it. You saw me... You heard and saw me dump the game. It's straight from the Switch. My own legal copy of the game. What the hell, man? That's some shady stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and tweet at them right now. I'm actually kind of pissed about that. Like, at least put it on PC. Yeah, Switch port outsourcing is a mixed bag for sure. There's some companies that that do a really good job, like Panic Button, and then some of the other ones are hot mess, like the Knights of the Old Republic 2 port, the Star Wars game. They promised to add like the DLC or something, and then they said that they couldn't do it. They just gave up on it. I'm like, alright, so you're saying you just scammed people, right? It should not be hard for the Switch to run that game. Same thing with the Republic Commando port. I heard that like ran like trash too. Like, come on, man. These are like 20-year-old games. I know the Switch is not like top-of-the-line hardware, but come on. It's not like this monumental task. I mean, it's not even an action game. That makes it worse. It's not an action game. It's basically like tab target combat. So you don't need like perfect performance. And they still manage to screw it up. That's kind of why I don't buy Switch games anymore. Now that I have the Steam Deck, I don't buy those ports anymore. I legit stopped. There's so many problems with them, it's just not worth it. If you have a Steam Deck, all those games are on PC anyway. The Steam Deck will run them better. And it'll get updates right away. That's the other thing about Switch ports. If they're like indie games, sometimes it takes months to get the patches. Like, I don't even... The last Switch game I bought was the Kamen Rider game. Both of them. Climax Scramble and Shin Kamen Rider Rumble. Those are the two last Switch games I bought. The Switch is, it can run most indie games, but some of them have, like, really unacceptable ports. It's like, yeah, if you have a Steam Deck, you should cut back how much you buy on Switch. Unless it's an exclusive. But like any of the indie game ports and stuff, it's just not worth the money. It's not. Can't believe they promised the DLC for KOTOR, and then they just rage quit. They just gave up. Like, how can you give up on it? You promised it to people. You're porting a fucking like 20-year-old tab target combat game. It can't be that hard. You know, it's not a fighting game. It doesn't need, like, perfect frame rate or frame timing or anything. It just needs to run. And, like, they can't even do that. They just gave up on it. You have, like, one of the easier jobs of porting a Switch game. They don't even manage to do it properly.
感覚が鋭くなっていることがわかります。
Reminds me when they brought back Batman Arkham Knight. If they had to stop selling it on PC because it didn't work and like nobody could run it. And then when they brought it back, they basically admitted that they didn't know how to fix it. They basically admitted, like, hey, we tried to fix this, but we couldn't really do it. Sorry. You can buy the game again, I guess, but we don't know what to do. We don't know what we're doing. They probably still have that post on Steam. It's like literally admitting to like, we don't know how to fix our broken product. We fixed it a little bit, but we couldn't finish the job. So we can buy it again, but they didn't actually fix it. It's funny how people have forgotten about that. Like that was like 6 years before Cyberpunk that did the same thing, where they had to stop selling it on PS4 because it didn't work. The game was so broken they had to stop selling it. That's when you know you fucked up. That's like everything wrong with AAA gaming in one sentence. The game is so broken you legally can't sell it anymore. It's like when they recall food and stuff, because it's got like stuff that can kill you in it for some reason. It's the video game equivalent of that. It's recalled from the stores, you can't buy it anymore. I think Starfield is going to be the next Cyberpunk. The game looks like the next Cyberpunk in the making. It's not going to work. Cyberpunk 2 coming up. It's just gonna be another broken AAA game to add to the pile. It's not gonna work at launch, I can tell you that right now. It's funny that Dead Island 2 is like one of the best AAA PC ports this year. It's funny you don't hear anyone talk about that game, because it's like it's stuck on Epic, but it's like, from what I'm hearing, it's one of the best high-profile PC ports this year. It's like no one even cares that it's stuck on, no one even cares that it's stuck on Epic, because it actually works. Normally people get pissed if something's on Epic, and like, people seem to be like, no, it sold pretty well. You don't hear people talking about it, but it does work. Most PC ports this year have not worked. Not at launch, anyway. Well, Final Fantasy XVI has the tanking frame rate and its overheating PS5s during the Bayonetta gimmick boss fights, so that game's not immune to criticism either. Plus, they promised that there was going to be no day one patch, and then there was anyway. It's like, yeah, you should not have promised that. It was stupid to promise that. Because, like, when a game goes gold, it's like at least a month or more in advance. They have to print the copies and ship them to the stores. It's stupid to promise no day one patch when it's like an extra like at least month or two that you can work on the game and fix bugs so that you don't become the next Cyberpunk. Like, yeah, our game is perfect. We're not doing a day one patch. And then like a day before it comes out, like, nope, we're doing a day one patch. Like, yeah, you should not have promised that. It's stupid to promise that. I mean, unless you're living in a place with a data cap, I don't think most people really care about downloading a day one patch. I think most people are pretty cool with it, all things considered. I mean, at least the game is playable from start to finish. I'm hearing conflicting reports about inconsistent frame rates and stuff, but I mean, you can beat it, right? It's not a buggy game. I think they did deliver something that's better than a lot of the Western stuff that's come out this year that's barely worked. They did deliver a pretty good game, but I think it was wrong to promise that there was not going to be a day one patch. I've heard, like, when you release a big game like that, like, the first hour of it releasing is more QA testing than the entire development cycle. Think about that for a second. That's why you shouldn't promise a day one patch. Because just the people playing it in, like, the launch hour, like, 2 hours or night, that's more QA testing than you got. Like, actually making the game. Even if you had, like, a couple dozen QA testers. That's why you should not do that. You might think your game is all that, but high chance that people are going to find stuff that they didn't find when they were making the game. That's why the term being called, paid beta testers is basically true. I mean, yes, everybody starts at the beginning of the game, but still, within, like, the first day, people have probably gone through most games like that. Especially, like, RE4 Remake. I'm sure a lot of people beat that in one sitting. Sometimes it doesn't make sense though. Like when I was playing Tales of Berseria, the PC port was so jacked up that the AI didn't move. The AI didn't move unless you had more controllers hooked up. So like on the top of my computer, I had like an arcade stick and 2 controllers hooked up just to get the AI to move. I'm like, sorry, there's no excuse for that. How do you not find that? Or if they did find it, they were told to release the game anyway because they wanted a day 1 console and PC release, which is what they did with that game. I'm like, how is that acceptable to not push the game back? The AI literally didn't move. They were just like action figures. And they didn't fix it for like a week. The game was broken for a week. Every time I wanted to play that game, I had to, most of my workspace for the computer was taken up by my arcade stick and controllers. Just to get the AI to move. Like, come on now, man, really? That's pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable. And it's apparent in like the first hour of playing the game too. That's the other thing. You know, it's a Tales game, so you get your party members pretty quick. They have like, they still ease you into the game, but you have like characters to play with pretty quickly. Especially because they're co-op and stuff, and they don't want like your friends or significant others or family members just be sitting there not playing. How do you not find that? What excuse is there for that? And then to not fix it for like a week. $60 game. A lot of people don't remember that. It's a miracle I got a lot of subscribers off that game, because, man, I was at a huge disadvantage compared to console players. The console version actually worked. Didn't have, like, completely broken base functionality. Hello.
感覚が鋭くなっていることがわかります。
Oh shit, I closed my chat. Sorry. Toxic streamer. Toxic streamer. Alright, chat's back. Sorry. I tried to Alt F4 out of the game. I closed the chat. What a toxic streamer. That's the thing about me. You can notice about me is I'm a chronic Alt F4 addict. I never go to the quit menu in games. I just Alt F4. They always used to tell you as a kid to not do that. I'm like, dude, I've never had any problems doing it. I don't feel like sitting through 4 menus and logos just to get out of the game. I just want to Alt F4 and switch games. I can close my chat. Let's see what we're doing next. I haven't tried the 30XX update. Let's try that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Okay, this game doesn't want to work either. It's just crashing right away. I'm having bad luck tonight with games. Alright, so now I gotta find something else to play, because this won't fucking work. Hold on, I might be able to fix it. I'm a PC gamer peasant. I know how to fix shit myself, because nothing wants to work on PC anymore. Spend the equivalent of a down payment on a car on your PC, and the games don't work still. Alright, let me see if I can fix this. Maybe my save is torched. Let me see, is it going to load on the Steam Deck? Am I just going to have to play this on the Steam Deck now? Let's see if I can fix this myself. Okay, the game is loading on Steam Deck. So maybe if I go back to PC, it'll work. Copium. Let's see. Let's see if that will fix it. Alright, let's turn off the Steam Deck. Troubleshooting. Nope. The game just doesn't work anymore. It's broken. Why is it not working on PC? What the hell, man? Man, I felt like playing that tonight. What the hell? Alright, I'll try uninstalling the game. It's like 300 megs. Jeez Louise, man. Uninstall. The life of a PC gamer right here. Things just stop working. I was talking about broken Japanese PC ports before you came in here. And how people don't know, like... There's so many weeb trash equivalents to Batman Arkham Knight out there that people don't know about. Because they're, like, much less popular games. They're, like, not mainstream games, but... I've experienced a lot of that. It's like broken-ass Japanese games. I think Tales of Berseria was one of the worst, in my opinion. Yeah, by the way, your AI doesn't move unless you plug in more controllers. And it's apparent in, like, playing the game for, like not even an hour. And you fucking ship the game like that, and then take a week to fix it. Great job. Truly deserving of my hard-earned $60. Dude, just play the fucking game! Come on! Okay, I can't play 30XX anymore. The game won't even load. It just crashes instantly. Alright, what else can I play that will just fucking work? Because I'm running out of patience tonight. Nothing I want to play wants to work right now. Personal computer, yeah. Personal ulcer. I've had shit luck with PC games this year. This has been one of the worst years to be a PC gamer for me. But I've gotten off better than most people, for sure. Just because I've been PC gaming for so long, I know how to fix things on my end, but I definitely bought a lot of stuff that didn't work like it should have at launch, and that really pisses me off. Wild Hearts was probably the worst PC port I bought this year, I would say. I spent more time troubleshooting that game than actually playing it. Wo Long I fixed that game. It works perfectly now. But I had to do shit I should not have had to do to get the game to load. Because their engine is so bad that if you have your processor can literally be too good for it. So you have to start jerry-rigging shit just to get the game to work properly. Because it works worse on a good processor than a slower one, which is just completely asinine. That makes no sense at all. But that's exactly the situation with that game. And they probably don't know how to fix it. I'm sure they'll never admit it, but they don't know how to fix it. It's very clear. Because they've been patching the game like every month since it came out, and there's been no update to it at all. I mean, it's a Japanese company, so they're never going to admit that they made a fault like that, but it's interesting because it's like very clear that their engine sucks and they don't know how to fix it. So people are having to do workarounds and fix the game for them, which is a very common theme this year if you play PC games. Like, nope, we don't know how to fix this. Our loving fans will just fix it for us, so we don't need to actually put in effort and deliver a product that actually works. That's pretty much the FF7 remake on PC. They didn't do jack shit to fix that game. Community fixed it. Which is embarrassing because it's a fucking $70 game. Like, it's not entitled to expect a $70 game to work, like, out of the box, provided that you have an adequate computer. But that game is not that at all. I actually think that, hot take, I think that's like the worst PC port to come out. Mostly because the problems that it has with the shader compilation stutter, none of that is really apparent until you get out of the reactor. Because the reactor is basically like an instance level, right? It's when you get out into the town where there's all the people. You get in, what is it called, Midgar? I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, but you get out into the city. That's when all the stuttering happens. The problem is that for a casual player, I mean like a normal person that hasn't played the game before, and is watching all the cutscenes, you get there at like 90 minutes. Like watching all the cutscenes and playing casually, not being like a Giga Chad Sweatlord at the game, just like a normal ass person, just enjoying the story and playing. By the time it starts stuttering, you have like maybe half an hour to fix it before you can't refund it. $70 game. I mean, that's not really the fault of the people who actually made the game. It's a fault of them releasing a shitty PC port. But just by coincidence of the fact that you can only play a game for 2 hours before you can't refund it, the structure of that game sucks for PC. Honestly, if anybody in my community bought that game, I would tell them, like, I don't care how much this game means to you, because a lot of people my age, that's like a really big game for them. I didn't grow up with it myself, but a lot of people my age group did. Like, yeah, just skip the cutscenes and get to the city. What's up? How you doing? I'm having PC game problems right now. I'm patching a game. I'll be right back. We'll try to stream Wo Long. See if I can stream that game without my computer exploding. But it's patching a game right now. It'll take a few minutes. He put some music on. This game is still patching. Give me a few minutes here. It's interesting how I found out that something was removed from one of the games I bought. Actually, I didn't buy it, I bought a review key for it. I found out that a mechanic was removed And no one's been talking about it. Straight up gone. And I proved it on this very stream. I don't know why the fuck it's gone. Haven't had the best luck with video games tonight. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can stream well long without, I don't know, doing like a citywide rider kick, a city-destroying rider kick. Let's see if I can do it. Is that something that happens in Kamen Rider Kuga? he has like city buster power. Let's see if I don't cause that by trying to stream this game, because I do feel like giving it another chance, but if it's gonna run or look laggy for me or you guys, then I'll just play it offline. So I think we'll try that, and then I'm probably gonna go for tonight. Feeling a little mentally drained from games not wanting to work tonight. They're on strike. There's a bunch of PC games, got Wild Hearts and Wo Long, and what else? Well, those are like the only two shit PC ports I bought this year. They're outside right now on strike. We'll cross the picket line. Like, dude, it's not my fault. I bought the fucking game. I didn't get keys for either of those games. I paid for them myself. I should be the one on strike. Bought shit that doesn't work. Full-priced AAA games. Well, AAA priced anyway. 60, 70 bucks. Jen, to answer your question earlier, and this is something I know from, I have actually done, I haven't done in-office beta testing. I've done at-home beta testing for like Streets of Rage 4, Assault Spy, Jitsu Squad, but at like a professional level, a lot of the stuff that we complain about gets found. It's just they want to meet their self-imposed deadline, so they tell them that they can fix it later. That's a lot of what's happening. It's not like the testers are not doing their jobs. I can guarantee you that stuff I was mentioning earlier, like Tales of Berseria, when that launched on PC, the allies didn't fucking work, unless you had controllers plugged in. And that's like a very apparent, reproducible thing. It's not like, you know, my grandma's 15-year-old computer blew up because I installed this game. It's not like something really niche like that. I mean, in a Tales game, you always get at least one party member within like the first hour, generally. Pretty much all Tales games. Because they're co-op. People play them with their wives or husbands or, you know, sisters or brothers or whatever, or roommates. You want to make sure that you can play with your whoever's with you, like, within the first hour. And they're not just sitting there watching. They had to have found that. But for some reason, Bamco cracked the whip and told them, "We want this game out on the same day as console, so fix it later." The game didn't fucking work. I should have taken a screenshot of my room when I was playing that game, because I had like 2 controllers and an arcade stick all around my workspace just to get the AI to move, because they shipped something that didn't fucking work. I'm very proud of the videos I made for that game doing well, because I was at a really bad disadvantage. I did not have a functional version of the game. I had a literal broken version of the game. I still managed to make some videos that did well, so I'm very proud of that. It's just I shouldn't have been put in that position in the first place. They should have shipped something that worked at launch. But I've been to focus groups when I was younger. I've been to focus groups when I was younger, and I did like 3 or 4 of them when I got out of high school. And they didn't listen to us at all. We told them their game sucked. This is what you need to make the game better, and they didn't do it. And all those games bombed. It's pretty funny. It's very satisfying. They don't listen. You have like, you're paying actual gamers, not like paid journalists, but like just normal people. You're fucking paying them to come out and play your shit game. You should listen to them. Say what you want about entitled gamers, but you're paying these people to be here. They don't have any reason to hold anything back. Focus testing is like generally a 1-day gig. You do it like one night. It's usually at night or like late afternoon. You do it, you play the game, and you give them feedback. They give you like a survey, and then they pay you a flat rate. But all 3 times I went, they were all shit games, and they didn't listen. The games came out and they got panned. Now, I want somebody to guess, what's a PS3 game that was universally panned at launch? Like the launch window. Because I want people to guess what game it was that I tested. There's nothing about this on the channel. I never bought the game. I never really mentioned it, but it is... I did test a very popular game to shit talk. I'd say about 2007, 2006. I'm pretty much giving it away by saying that, but that's one of the games that I tested. There's video essays about how bad it is all over YouTube. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to guess it. And then I'll reveal what it is.
私が変わるわ。
Lair? Yeah, you got it. You got it, Lair. I tested that piece of garbage, and I vividly remember, I mean, this was like 15 years ago, but I vividly remember us walking out and talking about how bad the game was. And then the game comes out and gets like 3 out of 10. I'm like, alright, well, you didn't listen. What were you expecting? Why did you pay us?
大きな気の流れが注意して。
Yeah, it's pretty funny how they didn't listen. They just didn't care. Like, alright, well... why did you pay us? Because focus groups are like... they're a good way to make short-term money. It's just... you're probably going to be playing a shit game. But... it's really not that much different than giving blood, right? You donate blood, it's like short-term pain for like long-term reward. They'll give you cash if you need it. That's pretty much what focus groups are. Well, in Lair's case, I don't remember. I mean, it's been like 15 years, so I don't remember how long it was from the focus test to release. They might have not really had that much time to implement the feedback, but still. Another one I tested was Star Wars Lethal Alliance. You played as... I'm not really big on Star Wars anymore. I was when I was a kid. What's the name of the race that Ahsoka Tano is? The apprentice that Anakin had? You play as a character from her race. It wasn't the same character. It was a PSP game. It was a pile of garbage. I tested that one as well. Same thing. The game sucked, and they didn't listen. Game came out and was trashed. I'm giving that one away because no one's gonna know that. Hey, good night.
注意して。まだよ。まだ戦える。あと一息。いけるわ。無理はしないで。下がって。ごめんなさい。私はこう。
So how's this looking on stream?
これでこの谷にも
Is it a PowerPoint presentation? Yes, no. If anyone's still here. So it's like almost 2 in the morning. I'm gonna go to bed. I just wanted to test this. So I put up the video about it. It works pretty good offline. Alright, let's Let's see if that fist I got was a good one. Anyone still here? How's the stream?
将軍を倒したはずなのに気の流れが乱れている。嫌な予感がする。これ以上は下がるね。将軍を倒したはずなのに気の流れが乱れている。
Oh, I like this one.
嫌な予感がする。
Alright, last run of the night. I'm gonna go to bed. No more video games tonight. Good night, folks. I'll go ahead and sign off. See you guys on the flip side. If anyone's still here, how was the Wolong gameplay? Was it choppy? Choppy, smooth, in the middle? Before I go, I kind of need to know that if anyone's still here. Otherwise, I'm out.